What if I told you that your general ledger is no longer the most important document in your company? It is January 2026. For decades, SAP consultants focused on one thing: money, profit and loss, balance sheets. But today, the game has changed forever. Governments are no longer asking for estimates of carbon emissions. They are demanding auditable, real-time data for every single gram of CO2 produced in the supply chain. This is the era of the Green Ledger. While 90% of consultants are still fighting over standard S/4HANA migrations, a small group of experts is quietly doubling their rates by mastering the environmental ROI. If you are an FIMM or SD consultant, you are sitting on a goldmine. Today, I will show you why the Green Ledger is the biggest career opportunity of 2026 and how you can become a green ERP architect before the market gets crowded. Welcome back to SAP IFI Academy. I'm Mustafa Kaya. We are in the middle of the 2027 deadline rush, but there is a silent revolution happening alongside S/4HANA. Regulations like CSRD and SEC ICLIM corollary have moved from compliance topics to boardroom panics. Companies can no longer hide their environmental impact. They need a system that treats carbon just like cash. In this video, we will explore the technical core of the Green Ledger, why your current skills are 80% of what you need, and the 5-step roadmap to dominate this niche. Let's simplify the complexity. What exactly is the Green Ledger? In traditional ERP, we track financial flows. When you buy raw materials, you record a price. In 2026, SAP has integrated a second layer, the carbon flow. The Green Ledger is not a separate spreadsheet. It is embedded into the core of S/4HANA Cloud. Every time a goods movement happens, movement type 101 or 261, the system doesn't just update the stock value, it updates the carbon balance. This is called transactional carbon accounting. We are moving away from top-down averages to bottom-up precision. Companies now need to know the carbon footprint of one specific smartphone or one specific ton of steel, based on the energy used in that specific hour on that specific production line. This level of detail is only possible inside SAP, and that is why Green ERP is the future of enterprise software. If you are an FI or consultant, you might think you need a degree in environmental science to do this. You are wrong. The Green Ledger is 80% business logic and 20% environmental data. For FI consultants, you already understand the general ledger. The Green Ledger follows the same rules of debit, credit, and reconciliation. You will be the one designing how carbon liabilities are posted to the Sustainability Control Tower. For consultants, you are the masters of the supply chain. You know how to track materials from the vendor to the warehouse. In 2026, your job is to ensure that product footprint management is triggered at every step of the procure-to-pay cycle. You will help companies choose vendors not just based on price, but on the carbon rating. This makes you a strategic advisor, not just a configuration expert. You are no longer just managing materials, you are managing planetary impact. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the numbers, because it's 2026 and these figures have reached an incredible peak. In the standard SAP world, you are often competing with thousands of other functional consultants. It is a crowded space where everyone knows the same T-codes and the same configuration paths. But in the world of the Green Ledger, you are standing almost alone. This is the definition of a blue ocean career strategy. By 2026, the demand for standard consultants is still high, but the competition has reached a plateau. However, for those specializing in SAP sustainability tech, the market is in a state of extreme scarcity. The regulations are so complex and the field is so new that companies are desperately searching for anyone with hands-on experience. This talent gap is your greatest leverage. This scarcity has created what I call the sustainability premium. Today, in Europe and the US, we see daily rates for Green Ledger specialists hitting $1,500 and even $2,000. Why are global giants paying these record rates? The answer is simple. The cost of being wrong is now much higher than the cost of a premium consultant. Under the strict 2026 mandates of CSRD and SEC rules, A single error in carbon reporting can lead to massive legal fines and the total loss of investor trust. Boards of directors are in a state of boardroom panic. They don't want task executives who just follow a manual. They want problem owners. They want consultants who can look at a global supply chain and guarantee that the carbon data is as auditable as a bank statement. By specializing here, you aren't just climbing a ladder, you are changing the ladder entirely. You move from the back office directly into the C-suite. You become the person who explains the carbon balance sheet to the CFO. This level of visibility is the ultimate career accelerator. While others argue over document types, you are discussing corporate strategy and planetary impact. Remember, in 2026, responsibility is the highest paying currency. If you can own the environmental ROI, you become an irreplaceable strategic asset. So, how do you start before this window closes? You have exactly 12 months until the 2027 migration rush reaches its absolute peak. Here is your golden year action plan. Step 1, Master S4 HANA Cloud Fundamentals. The Green Ledger does not exist in old ECC systems. You must understand the cloud architecture, specifically the differences between public and private cloud editions, because that is where the green updates happen first. Step 2, learn SAP BTP. Most sustainability extensions and AI models run on the business technology platform. You need to know how to connect data sensors from a factory floor directly to the ERP core. A green consultant who doesn't know BTP is only half a consultant in 2026. Step 3. Dive into SAP Sustainability Control Tower. This is the brain of the Green Ledger. Learn how it aggregates data from FI, and third-party APIs. Getting certified in this specific tool will open every door in the 2026 market. Step 4. Build your own green POC, proof of concept. Don't wait for a project to find you. Create a simulation. Document how you configured a carbon-aware purchase order. Share this on LinkedIn. Don't just tell companies what you can do, show them what you have built. Step 5. Position yourself as a bilingual consultant. Learn to speak the language of finance and the language of ESG. This combination is your superpower. When you can explain how a carbon posting affects the bottom line, you become the most valuable person in the room. The 2027 deadline is a survival test, but the Green Ledger is the growth engine inside that test. Don't just migrate systems, migrate your career to the next level. Download my 2026 Green SAP Career Guide in the description. It has the technical checklists and interview questions you need to stand out. I'm Mustafa Kaya from SAP IFY Academy. I'll see you on the sustainable and high-paying side of 2027. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. Goodbye for now.